Hello, Nigerians. Welcome back to Naija News Headlines, your trusted destination for breaking political analysis, national developments, and the stories shaping Nigeria's future. Today, we bring you an in-depth look at one of the biggest political developments currently dominating national discourse, the latest APC presidential primary and the emergence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the party's returning presidential candidate. This development has sparked widespread debate across Nigeria's political landscape, with many asking critical questions about what this means for the future of the ruling party, internal party democracy, and Nigeria's political direction heading into another crucial election cycle. In today's analysis, we take a closer look at the powerful reactions and expert perspectives shared by respected Arise TV analysts Rufai Oseni and Dr. Abati, two prominent voices whose sharp political observations continue to shape public understanding of key national issues. Both journalists offered thought-provoking insights on the APC's decision, examining the political implications, the message it sends to opposition parties, the possible calculations behind the endorsement, and how this may influence Nigeria's democratic process moving forward. Was this a strategic show of unity within the APC? Does it strengthen the president's political standing? Or does it raise deeper concerns about political competition and internal democracy? These are the questions we will carefully unpack in this detailed commentary. Stay with us till the very end as we break down the analysis, examine the broader political consequences, and explore what this development can mean for Nigerians across the country. If you are passionate about staying informed on Nigerian politics and national affairs, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Naija News Headlines, and turn on post notifications so you never miss our in-depth updates. Now, let's get straight into the analysis.
Very interesting analysis been by as regards to the numbers, but I'm sorry, with due respect, I don't take these numbers seriously because this 10 million marks or passing, these are there was no proper vetting mechanism. There's no peer review, there's no center arbiter to be able to vet the number. Is it the same primaries that people were doing that they were counting 1, 3, 50, 100, 200? No, now. So, yes, it shows sort of like a dynamic within the political party. I would like to see at first, even what's the parameter of the verified register has been submitted to INEC. Let's see how much people in the verified register there. These numbers for me just pretends that in the areas where he did very well, there were people that just wanted to establish the fact that they love you. And I'll give you an instance, Imo, for instance. We all know that Uzodinma is a strong factor. He wants to go to Senate. Probably he too might be in the race for Senate presidency at some point. So the numbers are high. Umba, definitely the guys from the Southeast. Definitely the Southeast will give him big numbers because there's always been this scrutiny with the Southeast that the Southeast will never vote for him, or they never delivered votes for him in the last election. So they want to prove they are with him. Obviously, Lagos. I'm not surprised that Lagos delivered over 100,000 because the President was still scarred from losing Lagos in the last election. So, I'm not surprised that is happening. So, I'm going to take these numbers with a pinch of salt. And the other person that ran alongside him was Osifo. Mr. Bayan Anuga was praising Osifo. And I was just laughing. What's the political mettle of Osifo? Let's be realistic. And this was a fait accompli race. You want to compare this to a race like the 2015 APC primaries that had the big hitters, the Kwankwasos of this world and, the Buharis of this world. This is just their internal thing. But for me, there are some surprising ones. I will have thought that this will have been a time where people like Governor Pebola will have shown that 2.5 million votes is a reality. But I think he got 121,000, votes for him. So that's not about that.
Okay, where should I start from? Let me start with the APC presidential primaries. And we focus on the APC presidential primaries because APC is the ruling party. Because the ADC, the African Democratic Party, they are also having, their own congresses and selection of candidates and all of that. But the APC, yes, I think we should get to a point in this country where we should start a Tinubu school of politics and strategy. Because what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done over the weekend is to show that he is the owner of the game. What the APC has done, basically, particularly with the presidential primaries, is to show that, okay, the president has been given 11 million votes. Okay, if he already has 11 million votes from the party and the challenger, one guy called Stanley Osifo, whom the deputy speaker of the House of Representatives said in Abia State, said, now only in Waka come And now only in Waka come, truly. He got 1,000 plus votes to Tinubu's 11 million votes. It's to show that, look, I'm the owner of this game. At the end of the day, what would the opposition politicians get, whether it's Dumebi Kachiku or it is Atiku that emerges today, or whoever emerges in any of the other political parties that are trying to show that they are present on the register. So already, President Tinubu has presented you with a demonstration effect, with a fait accompli. If his party can give him 11 million votes, then the opposition will need to get more than that. And yet, during the various events that you have seen over the weekend in the last few days, to even count 1, 2, 3 basic arithmetics, which you start primary school with, was a problem for that particular political party. So that strategy, very smart, very clever, smart alec, some people would say. But the map that you showed us during politics we've been by, that's a new show. You can save the segment and
hashtag
and run with it. Yes, hashtag. You know, is that President Tinubu lost in the Southwest. In other words, he did better in other parts of the country. What does that tell us about political culture? Does it tell us, for example, that the Southwest is a zone of traitors? Yes, because when you talk about politics in Nigeria, they will say, oh, you are very strong in your area where you came from. They did it to Awolowo. They did it to President Obasanjo. Now, is that an indication, even within the party, that the people that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will rely on most are the ones that are most treacherous? Why will he get more votes from Northeast, from Northwest, from, is it North Central, that I saw on that map? And his own people will not give him most of the votes. But over the weekend, they all turned out, whether in Ward E in Ikoyi or in other parts of Yoruba land. That should also be some kind of awakening for him. But on a general basis, the president has shown that, okay, he has this strategy. If his party has already given him 11 million votes, then, of course, how many people are even on the INEC voters register? So, but beyond all of that, we also saw that there were protests, there were disagreements arising from the choice of consensus and direct primaries in other places. But the big issue for all the political parties will seem to be the ruling of Justice Mohammed Umar in the matter between Youth Party and INEC relating to Section 29 sub 1 in relation to deadlines and membership registration. INEC before now had said that, okay, by May 10, I think, if you had not moved from one party to the other, you cannot move again. But by the effect of the ruling of Justice Mohammed Umar, he was saying that no, a substantial, superior constitutional, provision cannot be subdued or distracted from or sabotaged by subsidiary legislation, and that INEC's regulation or guideline cannot override the Constitution. And His Lordship also quoted Section 94, Section 84, Sub 1, and Section 31, Section 32 of the Electoral Act. So that's a major issue. So now the people who lost out, either in the APC process or in the ADC process, they now have till September 21, I think, 2026, to move to other political parties. So what happens to all these events that have been held over the weekend, particularly now today that the ADC is going to choose its own candidate?
If you are passionate about staying informed on Nigerian politics and national affairs, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Naija News Headlines, and turn on post notifications so you never miss our in-depth updates. Now, let's get straight into the analysis.
Do you believe this strengthens the party ahead of future elections? Do you agree with the views expressed by Rufai and Dr. Abati? Or do you think this development raises concerns about Nigeria's democratic process?
Until next time, this is Naija News Headlines, bringing you the stories that matter most. Stay informed, stay engaged, stay ahead.